Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
President Donald Trump is currently in the midst of a nearly 2-week overseas trip through Asia. After spending 2 days with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Tokyo, he moved on to South Korea on Monday, where he kicked off his visit at Camp Humphreys, the U.S.'s largest overseas military base. As soon as Trump walked into the base, he immediately did something which no other POTUS before him had done, and our troops could not have been happier. Trump's visit to South Korea kicked off with a bang on Monday as he was met by President Moon Jae-in at Camp Humphreys. As Mad World News previously reported, this was a distinct honor for Trump, as the South Korean president broke with protocol to surprise his American counterpart at the U.S. military base. Camp Humphreys holds special significance to the alliance between the U.S. and South Korea, as it is the largest of America's overseas military bases. The enormous facility cost $10.7 billion, 92% of which South Korea paid for. At first glance, Humphreys looks like an ordinary American suburb. With K-12 schools, chapels, a library, a big box store, dental and veterinary clinics and a spacious plaza where kids can skateboard and eat ice cream, Humphreys could easily be in Dallas or Denver. It's the security gates, razor-wire top walls and the AIM-1 Abrams tanks that stand out. U.S. Army Garrison Humphreys is, in fact, in Pyeongtaek, 40 miles south of Seoul, South Korea. Source: The Diplomat. Trump's first stop in South Korea was Camp Humphreys, where he made a gesture towards the U.S. troops which no other president had before. To the delight of the servicemen and women stationed there, Trump decided to forego having a fancy meal on his own in order to eat in the canteen with members of the military instead. As President Trump and First Lady Melania continue their tour across Asia, their second stop in South Korea includes a visit to Camp Humphreys, a military base about 40 miles south of Seoul. President Trump opted to dine with 108 hand-picked military service members, which included 20 from South Korea, to show his appreciation for the troops right before the upcoming Veterans Day holiday. Upon learning that Trump would be dining with the troops, the manager of the military dining facility was understandably taken aback. He never expected the president to do such a thing. After all, no president before him ever had. The manager remarked that he was nervous the food would not be good enough for Trump, as no special accommodations had been made, and he offered the president something other than what the troops were served. However, Trump said he wanted to eat what the service members were eating, proving that even though he is worth billions of dollars, he is as down-to-earth as you or me. One military member, Private Marion Holmes, 21, of Georgetown, South Carolina, said that what President Trump told the troops made their jaws drop to the floor. He said he'd rather eat with the troops than at a fancy restaurant. "It made me feel like he cared," said Holmes. Indeed, these military heroes are away from their homes and their families for months on end. Thus, it undoubtedly served as a much-appreciated gesture for their commander-in-chief to personally dine with them. This is precisely why President Donald Trump is so respected by our military. When given the choice between eating a luxury meal at a high-end restaurant or eating a regular old lunch with U.S. troops at a canteen on base, he didn't think twice before choosing the latter. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.